The date and the presentation that you were doing.
If you want to get
My name's Ben Cooley.
Right now, your name address.
No, I'm Ben Cooley. It is the 21st of September, and I'm doing a presentation on web browser automation.
Start over. You didn't say what year it was.
And what are we calling this? It's called cheating the internet.
Oh yeah, okay. My name is Ben Cooley. It's September 21st. I'm doing a presentation on cheating the internet, 2010.
Don't you have to boot up from a disk? Or correct?
We're recording.
That's good, sorry.
Good?
Well, I think you actually need admin privileges to use it.
Philip, we're recording.
Sorry, I just took it back for a second.
Ben, we're recording.
What? We're recording?
We're recording.
That's amazing. Alright, so here we go. My name is Ben Cooley. Today is September 21st, 2010.
You don't have to say it now. You have to say it just because it's a marker. Okay.
It makes things,
Cut.
It makes things interesting, Caleb.
All right, and go.
Alright guys, my name is Ben Cooley. I'm doing a presentation on how to cheat the internet. Alright, so basically if you want to cheat on the internet, whether it be video games or boosting your profile rank or whatever you want to do, there's several ways to do it. Firstly, I guess you can go into hacking the web servers in one form or another, whether it be SQL injection or trying to root their system. Right? You can use memory editing, which is more or less for games and whatnot on how to cheat. Or you can use web browser automation, which would be like automating clicking views or clicking links or whatever have you. In this case, we're going to go through the web browser automation. Pretty much what it is making your browser run by itself. So hit the play button and walk away. Let's try that again. Hit the play button and walk away. And that's all you got to do, and it'll perform all the actions for you automatically.
Say it one more time.
Hit the play button, walk away.
You're taking a nap.
You'll take a nap and come back, and magically your profile will have 20,000 more hits to it. Alright, so various tools you can use include iMacros, which we'll be talking about in this discussion. You can use Vimperator, which is adding Vim commands to Firefox, or there are several other functional web regression testing tools.
I love them.
Selenium. You what?
I love them.
You love them? Yes, Louise. Okay, the cool thing about iMacros is you can interface with many different programming languages. You can interface with C#, C++, JavaScript, I think Ruby, and some other stuff. You just include the little library they have with their premium package. And what that allows for is more complex automation. Rather than having a macro, you can run stuff more dynamically. You can analyze stuff on the web page and have your program consider the different attributes on there to decide on what the next action should be. It's very easy to create basic macros. What you do is you click record, type in what you want, or do the actions you want, and then hit stop. Then hit play, and it'll do it all over again for you. Just real fast. It also has support for multiple web browsers. iMacros comes with its own web browser called the iMacros browser. And what most people use is the Firefox add-on, which is free, and it has all support for the different programming languages built into it free. Alright, so basic iMacros command, the one you'll see most of all is the tag command. And there are several attributes that must come after the tag command, such as the type and attribute. For example, if you want to click on an element, like a link on a website, the code that will generate will be tag, type A, you think A space href for the HTML, and then it'll click the button that says, or rather click the link that says click here. one of the quirks about iMacros is for every space, it has to be substituted with the less than, capital S, capital P, greater than symbol. And then that pretty much holds true throughout all of the iMacros functionality. Some other stuff that at least I use a lot is the search command. Now, pretty much you can search the web page source for any relevant text you're looking for. And in the demo I'm giving, you guys will see a little bit of an example. So, for example, up here you have search the source. For a regular expression, you can use 2 types, text or regular expression. And it'll find anything that starts with href, and then grab all the contents up until the closing quotation mark. And put it, as you extract at the very end, it'll put it into a variable which you can use either in that same iMacro or return it to your calling program. Here's a bunch of commands, so it's not just like those only 2 commands. I'll put this in here just for reference. I'll pull it up for you guys to show you. There's like probably 50 some odd commands. You get all those, Caleb?
What's the link to go to for that?
It's wiki.imacros.net/command_reference. I'll send the PowerPoint out. It's got the link in there to you guys afterwards. And there's a bunch of variables in there, such as stuff on the clipboard, columns, which uses or refers to using a data source. But we won't get into that in this talk. And there's other stuff you can use looping in it. But sadly, since it's a macro program, there's no embedded logic in there. And I think that's why they added the extensions for the other programming languages, so you can use comparative operators, such as greater than or equal to. Okay, here's a sample iMacros script. Basically what it does is it goes to the Google website and searches for shoes. You see it says URL go to, and then that's the URL, just whatever came up with Firefox was the default website. It finds the input text box, as you guys see right here, with the name F and the ID SF. Not quite sure what it stands for, but that's what it is on the website. And content equals, it'll put in shoes. And then under here, it'll look for a submit button with the name BTNG and a value Google search. Remember that SP refers to a space. Once again, that script right there will go to Google and search for shoes. All right, now for the actual example of it. Tom, he uses a program called Get Watchers. He has an account with DeviantArt, pretty much is an art sharing website. And he uses a script and he wants to be able to get a few more hits on there. So more people see his art, so he becomes a famous artist.
What happens with Get Watchers is when you have an account with Get Watchers, put it back on the green button, please.
Yeah, I'll run through it as he talks.
And you click on that green button, you can click on it, you're shown a random person's work. And it really couldn't have anything on there. But every time you click on that, when someone else clicks on that green button, someone will be shown some of your work. So using this utility, every time you click on the green button, a real person is actually going to be looking at your work. So with this way, you're not artificially inflating your page count, you're actually sending people to your website. So that was sort of interesting to me, and so I thought it needed to be scripted because I didn't want to look at other people's work.
That's right, you just click the button and walk away.
In this case, the image just didn't load. Actually, it's still loading.
Yeah, it's still loading. Is there
here,
whatever
you're going to need this because it uses the bandwidth.
That's
See that red cable? Use that, and then switch that.
Down here?
I'm gonna-
See the red?
I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording, or is it gonna take a second? It's gonna be real quick.
You can go ahead and stop. Back on now? All right, as you guys see, the image finally loaded up. Well, actually, we had to click another link, but that's beside the point. All right, but basically, Tom, he wants something to click this button, load the page, right? You want something to say, hey, is it a good piece of art? Is it not a good piece of art? Let's comment on it, something like that. All right, so the first thing you do, load up your iMacros. You can go to Google and type in iMacros. And imagine that, the first link on here is the iMacros download. You go here and install, add to Firefox, install the plugin, and you're good to go. Right? You have to restart it, and it'll add this little button in the corner up here. It'll add this extension. All right, basically, to create a macro, like I told you earlier, it's very easy. You press the record button, perform your action. In this case, we're going to click the green button. It's going to load the web page, and we're going to close the tab. All right? So we hit stop, and sadly, it loads up a bunch of other garbage, such as it always go to the